Challengers approaching! The Legend of Zelda is a series that receives a lot of praise, but an often unappreciated aspect of the series is its towns and villages.
That's why we're going to showcase our favourites from across the Zelda series.
There'll be segments on towns that appear in multiple games, but generally we're just going to focus on one version of each town, and we've also represented 5 different games on the list.
With that said, let's go to town on this countdown.
Ocarina of Time was the first Zelda to really use towns for more than just places to get items, information, and confused. They felt like real places, with real people, and while I'd love to talk for a segment about the warm Kokiri's Forest, the folksy Goron City, or the mystical Zora's Domain, my favourite would have to be the most underplayed, Castletown. It's the first show of how big this world of Hyrule is, and although it lacks any particular plot significance, you'll be going through it plenty throughout your adventure, and meeting some colourful characters along the way, like this woman who's looking for a dog. Plus 50 lad points for watching this guy's death. What a f***ing baller. I'm also a big fan of the Bombchu Bowling Alley and cheat to win chest opening games. And later on you head through the town to collect the Master Sword to beat the game and whoa. I didn't know we were in Detroit. Okay, that was uncalled for. You can at any time go back to childhood Hyrule, but as you always need to go via the Temple of Time, Castletown shows the thematic variations between the two worlds. Light and dark, life and death, good and evil. It does a really good job at immediately setting the tone for each period, while still being a fun place to visit. For the range of side quests to complete in both eras, and for later becoming the strongest symbol reminding you this is a world in need of saving, Castletown is more than worthy for this list.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Wayneisboss, but just call me Wayne. What am I the boss of? Nothing really, but I do have a YouTube channel where I host a show called Checking Hitboxes, where I take a topic in the game industry and I discuss it for a little bit. I also make the occasional countdown video, which is how I got here. To be honest, I'm not super good at what I do, but I do enjoy it and I'm always learning. But that's more than enough about me. Let's get back to the countdown. The land of Hyrule in A Link to the Past is a dangerous place. There's monsters everywhere, the forest has been taken over by a gang of thieves, and the Royal Guard is under the control of the great Lord of Evil and Bacon himself, Ganon, the hideous pig monster. In the midst of all this chaos lies the beautiful and humble Kakariko Village. The calming music and light colors help welcome the player in, and there are plenty of places here to visit like the Milk Bar, a library, and the homes of Kakariko's residents. Speaking with some of the villagers gives the impression that Link has made some connections with these people and has gained their trust and respect. These people are so loyal to Link and would never think of... Wait, what's this sign over here? What? I didn't kidnap the princess! That's the complete opposite of what happened! Hey, lady, do you know what's up with that sign over there? Because that is complete slander! Hey, what are you doing? Don't call the guards!
You're all traitors!
Kakariko Village gives the player an idea of the kingdom and people they're fighting to protect, and has become so iconic that variations of the village have shown up in 4 other Zelda games. In fact, this town made a return in its original form in A Link Between Worlds, and hosts all of the benefits of its predecessor without all those pesky people who believe everything they read on a wanted poster. Ungrateful little...
Windfall Island is considered like the capital of the Great Sea, which makes sense as the only other options are G and S. Every day is a lively carnival event for the friendly folk at Windfall. It isn't an actual carnival event, but if I had a Ferris wheel overlooking the whole place, it'd surely feel like it. Said Ferris wheel is creatively also a windmill sort of thing, hanging off the lighthouse. An awesome idea. Speaking of childhood extravaganzas, Link also spends a bit of time playing hide and seek with a clan of kids who call themselves the Killer Bees. Silly name. It's like calling yourselves the Scary Ducks. They don't actually kill you, dude. Well, what is the deal with this place, though? The townsfolk. The town shops. You get your first sale here. Literally, there is a sale going on for a sale. You savor the sale for the sale and say the sale is to be savored. So the sale is sold from the sale and then you can sail. Sick. Wind Waker's generally very bright and cheery, though it's Windfall that really is one of the friendliest places in not only this game but in the entire Zelda universe, I reckon. Even the Killer Bees turn out to be pretty accommodating. And let's not let the Ferris wheel lighthouse slip from our minds, eh? That's the big bit. The big daddy of the island. The Windfall... The big... yeah.
Ah, Skyloft, one of my favourite locations in gaming. As a town, surely it gains extra credit just on the sheer basis of being airborne, and also for being the hometown of Groose. Unpopular as this opinion may be, Skyward Sword is my favourite Zelda game, and that's largely down to Skyloft alone. Yeah, I could drop down to the ground and save Zelda, or I could just wander around this peaceful town, talk to the NPCs with ever-changing dialogue, and sort out some side quests. The residents of this place would never need to head for solid ground. They have everything they could desire right here, with a lively bazaar, esteemed education, several estate family homes, scenic views, and a local pub to go and get smashed at. Notably, this is the only town on the list to actually contain a dungeon, and it's not a bad one considering it conceals the Triforce. Isn't that right, Lofty?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, that was a loose connection. Skyloft spread to spin-off games more than any other Zelda town, being the entire reason I bought Hyrule Warriors Legends, and is also one of the best stages in Smash Bros., even if they missed off a very important music track. You know, the one they call Skyloft. It's playing right now! Just recording footage for this segment makes me realise how truly great Skyloft is. I didn't even need to restart the game just to have fun walking around the place. What stops it from reaching the lofty heights of number 1? Well, the villagers don't have a reliable way to tell the time. There's a noticeable absence of clocks. But if that's what you're looking for... You won't need a sundial here, put it that way.
Welcome to Clocktown. This peaceful marketplace lies at the heart of the twisted and mysterious Termina. A creepy parallel dimension our hero is brought to, assumably by LSD, and one hell of an act of imagination as two fairies steal his horse, then take him through a psychedelic adventure to save the world from the moon.
This, of course, is the story of my favorite video game of all time, The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask.
I think you'll find it was my favourite game first.
Yeah, you got the Majora's Mask Chaps mascot first, but I've beat the game over 20 times.
Yeah, I think we can both agree to call it our favourite game, I think.
Among the streets of Clocktown, you'll find its lively citizens running around, each run by their own schedule, going about their daily lives, waiting for Link to solve their problems like the lazy NPCs they are, or getting ready for the festival that's supposed to take place at the end of the 3-day cycle that the game revolves around. You know, assuming they don't... die.
That threat being the terrifying moon the Majora's Mask had possessed the Skull Kid into trying to smash into the face of the planet. I think Skull Kid should stop hanging around with Ricky. He's a real bad influence.
The entire game centres around this one town, with the entire world map surrounding it, pointing towards the other locations like any good clock should.
This town is obsessed with clocks. Clocks on the walls of every building, a giant clock on the top of their precious tower, and the entire town itself runs on a clock. In fact, as each day passes and the moon gets closer to Squashville, the music gets faster and more frantic, adding a harrowing tone to the soundtrack on the final day, signifying that the moon can no longer be ignored.
The town has all the facilities Termina could need, with a hotel, milk bar, the bank, shops, the dojo, minigames, and gambling, surely making it the best town in the Zelda series.
So Clocktown, what's the time?
Time for the Endslate.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Endslate. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can check out another Top 10 video by challengers approaching, Top 10 Chefs in Gaming. It's a lot of fun, but it just might leave you a little hungry after you watch it. If you want to see more from Ricky on his channel MasterJakeStudios, then you can check out his video, Way of the Panda BLUESHELLED, where he reviews a not so great movie, but he is a really great guy, so why not show him some love? Countdown Bleck made a great video about Zelda 1 and sheds a new light on the game. It's a lot of fun to watch, but don't just take my word for it, go check it out for yourself. And then there's me. If you're not already sick of my voice, you can check out some stuff on my channel, like the video I did, Top 10 Cell Phones in Gaming. It's silly, but it was a lot of fun to make, and I hope it's a lot of fun to watch. That's all for now. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.
like Zelda, don't you?
I don't.
I do.
Then top 5 Zelda towns and villages!
Yay!